Mike from Pasadena has a question about a radiant barrier.
I think I know what you're going to say about this. Mike writes, I bought a home a couple months ago, and it has a radiant barrier, but it's on the floor rather than the attic.
Yeah.
Do I need to go ahead and get this radiant barrier torn out and put one up on the attic, or is this going to work?
When you get a chance, it's got to go. If you look at the research done at the Florida Solar Energy Center, and this started long time ago, back in the 80s when I was young and pretty. And I didn't have any hair, but I was still young and pretty.
Very long
and I
time
worked
ago.
there and at Miami-Dade Community College. A guy named... Dr. Ferry was his last name, believe it or not, Philip Ferry. He did the research on radiant barriers, and they tried it in different locations. One was on the floor of the attic, one was against the roof deck, one was above your head. And what they did was they found out that the one on the floor of the attic, after 3 years, it would collect so much dust, even though you might not see it, it gets on there. It negates the effect of a radiant barrier. So we tell number one people not to do that. And that research was done 1986, so it's nothing new. In fact, it's probably forgotten at this point. The other thing is even though it might have little holes in it, you're trapping moisture in the insulation below it, and that's going to reduce the R value of your insulation. You want that insulation to breathe, and that's why it gets rid of the moisture, and that's why we have attic ventilation. So eventually, yeah, it's hard for me to say, oh, please go up there and tear it out right now, but you're going to have to get rid of it because it's going to quit working. Does
he even have to tear it up or just put the other stuff up?
Well, if he wants his insulation to work,
okay,
it's got to come up too. That because it's going to 1.5%. I hate to bore people with numbers.
Oh, please bore us.
1.5% moisture content in insulation destroys its R value by 36%. I hate that.
No one told me there would be math.
I know.
Okay, hold on a minute.
So if you want it to work properly, it's got to come up. Or at least slice it up and let some air get
breathe.
to it.
Okay, so that's a solution. So he doesn't necessarily have to tear it out.
No, but it won't be pretty.
Slice it up. Yeah.
It'll be ugly.
Do you take a lot of people up in your attic?
My attic looks good.
So you ever get to visit Tom, make sure you see his attic.
Looks like the space station.
Get out of this world answers to your problems. Just send us your questions at HomeShowRadio.com. We'll answer them right here. You can see the videos over here, and you can subscribe to our channel while you're at it.